Good morning, it's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. I'm here with the Astro and the Oracle program on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the astrology, and I'm going to pull cards for Oracle guidance to help you navigate this week. You're going to listen to for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. The deck I'm using this week is Midnight Sun by Selena Moon. It's a rock pool publishing deck. I'm really looking forward to pulling cards from this again. Look at how beautiful. Ooh, hopefully I won't throw them all over the floor. Look, like I like to do. Look at how beautiful these cards are. Yes, on the back. Okay, so let's see. Hey, everyone. Hi, Dee from Cali and everyone. Ridiculisa Fascinations Headwear. Graham Crackers. I love the handles. Christine Murfitt. Okay, let me get going. Hello. Hi, Anna. Let me get going because I have a lot to say and I have a client, so I got to make it snappy. Yes. So before I get into the astrology, the proper care and feeding of your natal moon course is open right now. And this is such a great time to connect to your natal moon because we are in eclipse season. Like astrologers feel differently about when eclipse season really starts, but and astrology is observational. You really start seeing the stories coming in about 6 weeks ahead of the eclipse. And the solar eclipse is going to be at 28 Aquarius on February 17th. And this is going to be very loud. I'm calling it an internal stress test. It's a big wake-up call where the eclipse, where the sun and the moon come together, and the moon moves between the sun and the earth, and the moon rules the people, and the sun is the leader, and cuts off the signal. And the channel is changed, and something pulls us forward, and we can't go back to where we were before. And this is very significant for the United States because it's conjunct our natal moon, and the moon rules the people. It's in our third house. So there's themes of paperwork, like visas and all this kind of stuff, and technology. And it's squaring Uranus and Taurus, a sudden break, a sudden disruption. Uranus rejects. I'm really wondering, I taped my podcast last night called The Prince and the Revolution. It's dropping on Sunday, and I do 3 big themes of the week and then words of the day. And really interested to see how this Leo full moon shows up, because the moon in Leo happens on Sunday, the full moon, and then the light starts disseminating. And pay attention to what happens February 17th. This is during the Olympics. Winter Olympics are in Italy. And I'm just hearing a loud boo. Yeah, we'll see if there's a loud boo because there's a lot of rejection happening about the American people based on this administration and the actions they're taking. And I'm getting so ahead of myself. I'm going on. And I said, we're in eclipse season. So there are big events happening, and they're related to the United States and Uranus and Taurus. I mean, it's going to be really write down all your Aquarius words, write down all your sun and moon words, write down Uranus words, write down Taurus words. Then go to your chart, look at it. Where is the eclipse happening? What house is it in? Do you have planets there? Make some predictions for yourself. What are you going to awaken to? What's something that you're going to get? Uranus awakens us. What are you going to get insights or hear stories about from the house where Uranus is in and the eclipse is in? Yeah. So yeah, it's just these are ways, and Uranus can be, oh, so-and-so's engaged, or so-and-so quit their job, because Taurus, resources, Aquarius, friends, like a sudden change and things. So look at it all, and just see if you can come up with something. And then when they happen, if they happen, or different thing has happened, it's a learning experience. And that's how you learn astrology. It's observational. But anyway, the proper care and feeding of your moon course, it will help you understand your natal moon. And we meet for the first time on Sunday. It's a mini course. There are 2 meetings, this Sunday and next Sunday, where we'll come together and I'll talk about the moon and everything. But you get videos that will help you understand your natal moon, what house it's in, what aspects it's making, as well as you'll get what is this? What is this thing? Oh, you'll learn about the natal moon phase you were born under. Were you born under a new moon, a full moon, a balsamic moon, all this kind of stuff? And because it has an impact on your personality, and you get a daily moon insights journal to help you move through as the moon moves to different signs, so you can witness what is happening in the collective and in your own life, and start like connecting with the transiting moon as well. Today, the transiting moon is in Gemini. So anyway, it's a great time to sign up for a class to learn something. So you can go to the link in bio, astrologybyceleste.com, or I'll put it in the show notes about this class. So sign up to join us. Yes, yes. And I'll do hot takes on people's charts, and we'll talk about like what you'll get in the class, in the live sessions, what you should be looking at for the eclipse, and I'll help people kind of pull that all together for themselves. Okay. Yes. Hey, Southern lady. So good to see you. Okay. So what did I want to talk about today? We're all getting, and everyone. Hi, Sepide. Yes, yes. Okay. We're getting a crash course in Aquarius energy right now. So there's something to think about and remember is that we had a new moon in Capricorn on January 19th. But the next day, the sun moved into Aquarius. So there's these themes that have to do with what the government's doing and Capricorn, and big business is doing Capricorn. And then as the sun moves into Aquarius, the spotlight is on the collective. And the full moon in Cancer, Renee Good was murdered in Minneapolis, and that enraged people. And then people coming out in the streets, and Minneapolis and Minnesota is such a beautiful example of Aquarius energy. And with a solar eclipse there in the north nodes in Pisces near Aquarius, it's amplifying the group energy. Aquarius rules social movements. It has to do with technology, friends, groups, organizations. And the thing about what's happening in Minnesota, there's no like leader or organization like directing everything. It's people out of necessity trying to help and protect their neighbors because of the seeing unbelievable abuses going on about, you know, what's happening with citizens, immigrants, and people being beaten up and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, but Minnesotans have shut down normal life, everyday life, with a general strike, which happened the day Mars went into Aquarius. So the sun in Aquarius spotlights these themes. And then Venus has to do with what are your values, and Venus is in Aquarius. And then Mercury came into Aquarius. And so there's a lot of talking. Aquarius is a yang sign. Ideals are in focus, and that's what people are speaking about. And the day Mars went into Aquarius, Mars is action taking. Minnesota did this general strike where we saw, and people around the world saw, all those people in the streets. And they called it Ice Out of Minnesota Day of Truth and Freedom. Labor unions, faith leaders, community activists, and everyday workers came together for this. So there were these large-scale marches and extreme weather conditions with Mars and Pluto in Aquarius. This is why, that happened yesterday. This incredibly cold, extreme weather is another thing that is showing how mad people are. Can you imagine how mad people are to be out there in 10-degree weather? Yeah, grassroots support, people like food drives, neighborhood deliveries, basic necessities, distributions to people who are too afraid to come out of their houses. Yeah. And yeah, local legal and political pushback to government overreach. Yeah, so it's just incredible to watch how this is happening. And Minnesota is just ground zero, and it's just going to start spreading all around. By the time we get to July 26th, when the North Node goes into Aquarius, and we have the Saturn opposition where there's sustained opposition to, because we have Aries Saturn will be in Aries in the 4th house of the United States chart. At 14 Aries, it's going to station to go retrograde. So there's on the same day that the North Node enters Aquarius. Sustained opposition to Saturn in Libra in the 10th house. What is going on in the 10th house, in the executive branch? So we'll see how this shows up. It also, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening then, but I don't want to get too distracted. But just watch that. And as Alex Preddy was murdered, and he was doing nothing wrong, he was exercising his first, second, and I think Fourth Amendment rights. No, Fourth Amendment's when they're rushing into people's homes with no warrant. No, his First Amendment to protest, his Second Amendment to carry his legal weapon. And Neptune went into Aries, and then he becomes a mythic hero. He's helping a woman up from the ground. He's a Knight of Wands, a Neptune and Pisces type figure who was a nurse. The thing that's so outrageous about this is he was a nurse for the VA. So the war machine of the Capricornian entities, he helps the soldiers who come home from battle and is executed for doing his own rights, and then these horrible things are said about him. Yeah, so people are like, eyes are waking up. Neptune in Aries was pop the balloon, so people are waking up to what is going on. Oh, yes, yeah. Okay, I'll get to the Leo stuff in a moment. Yeah, so that was the social spark about that. But it's like, it's a leaderless, powerful movement. This is very Aquarius. And people are often offering mutual protection to each other when systems fail. And yeah, moral realignment. And this is what's really big right now. So Neptune moved from Pisces into Aries. So the time for, the overwhelmed tears, like this emotional stuff is over. People are Aries getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And this is like a spiritual war that people are rising up. People who have never left their houses to go to a protest in Minnesota were out in the streets of all political stripes, furious at what they're seeing about their rights being taken. But this is like Mars, Pluto, and Aquarius. The group is exerting power, and it is going to be something to watch. So Mars, Pluto happened yesterday, and there were some big events that happened related to this energy. Italy is having the Olympics, and apparently ICE is planning to go over there for who knows why, but to supposedly protect or something the American delegation. Well, Italy, the town, is not having it. They're talking about banning ice. So we'll see what happens with that. I wonder if there'll be a reversal and they're not going. Another story that came up yesterday was, and this is gossip, like tea. So Candace Owens put out audio of 2 weeks after Charlie Kirk was assassinated or murdered, whatever you want to call it, audio of the widow giving a town hall to the people who work for Turning Point, and she was so excited about how well they pulled off the event for the funeral, and was giving all these bullet points about how much money they made. We just had a first quarter moon with the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Taurus. Taurus rules resources. And she was really excited about how much swag, the hats and the sweaters they sold. And I spent 20 plus years in corporate. It was like being in a corporate meeting, at a sales meeting, where we're hip, hip hooray about what we've achieved. It was bizarre, did not sound like some person is in mourning. And this was very Mars, Pluto, and Aquarius, because someone from that organization leaked that audio to Candace Owens, and then she puts it out. That's like an attack. She puts it out there in the collective. So that was very Mars, Pluto, and Aquarius, done under a Gemini moon. Gossip. We'll see on the right if it gets a lot of traction, but it was really odd how someone whose love of their life was killed in a horrible way was so excited about selling a few hats and whatever else they sold at a funeral. So, yeah, everyone grieves differently. Everyone grieves differently, but it is not a good look, especially as we move to a Leo full moon, where the group, there's all this Aquarius energy opposite the moon in Leo. Leo is the special ones, celebrities, royalty, influencers, and with all of that Aquarian energy, I noticed yesterday as well, there's like a movement starting of like, name them and shame them. Mercury and Aquarius, name them. Venus, the people who are well-liked, who have some influence. And if they're not speaking up about what's going on in the collective, about rights being taken away, people being, just murdered by the state, which has happened a long time. Philando Castillo was killed very similarly, although he was just driving his car and then stopped, and the police, I don't want to get into all that, but that was a black man who was killed in Minnesota. I need to look up the date, but that story's rising again in the parallel to Alex Preddy, because he had a legal firearm, and he was just executed by the police. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. I knew I shouldn't have gone there. But the Leo full moon, there's this movement about, like, if someone's not speaking up, like canceling them, or like just unfollowing them or whatever. So there's going to be this group pressure on celebrity types to speak up about where they stand. Would you, and this woman put on her Instagram, would you hide Anne Frank or would you turn her in? That's the question. It's A or B. There's nothing else. And that's very Aquarian. Like, what is the ideal? Where do you stand on this thing? Yes. And I had posted something about, people getting the Nicki Minaj treatment. She lost like 1 billion followers like overnight when she was on Turning Point stage. Well, she's holding hands with the president today. So there's something coming out about his smell, I think. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, that's enough of that. But anyway, really watch the full moon and notice what comes up to in yourself. How you feel the need, because Leo is dramatic, it's fixed fire, it's passionate. It is someone, Meg Foy asked about how do you handle your rage? This Mars Pluto, that's the rage, your internal rage you're feeling. So can you go for a walk? Can you go boxing at the gym? What can you do to funnel it into a positive outlet? Do you want to call your representatives? Do you want to use Leo's generous? Do you want to use if you have resources or time or money that you can help others in some kind of way? Yeah, I want you to move that energy, that fire, doing something. First you need to take care of yourself, put your oxygen mask on by moving that energy. But then what can you do that makes you feel like you've had an impact on the collective? Can you join an organization? Can you start an organization? Do you want to run for office? What do you want to do? Do you get on the phone calling your senators or representatives, getting involved in your local politics? These are all ways you can have an impact. We are not powerless. Nobody wants to hear about that anymore with Neptune and Aries. And when Saturn comes into Aries, nobody really is going to want to hear that. It's going to be, what are you doing to make a difference? So, yeah. And Uranus is going to station directs next Tuesday on the 3rd. So really watch what happens. And then right after that full moon. So that could be a lot of canceling energy with that. And it's going to be really interesting to see. Taurus rules the neck. Uranus suddenly breaks things. So there's a lot of energy, guillotine energy on Tuesday. So really notice what's happening. I'm interested to see what's going to happen to Kim Kardashian in terms of if doesn't speak up, if she's going to see a significant impact on her followers or a boycott or something like that, because she has her moon at 28 Pisces, and that's where Saturn's right around there at her IC opposite her midheaven, and she has Jupiter and Virgo on her midheaven, and the south node's in Virgo. And the midheaven's the most public part of your chart. And Jupiter is like benefactors, abundance, and the moon is the people. And Saturn, is that going to shoot up and she's going to get a lot of loss of followers or something. So we'll see if we see anything public with her about that. Yeah. But it's like losing your head. The age of untouchable power is eliminated, and Jupiter is going to be conjunct the south node in Leo. Yeah, later this year, Jupiter's going to go into Leo and meet the south node. So if not now, later there's going to be a lot of celebrity types losing influence. We're also seeing, the outrage in Italy. Iran, this is a big story where Mars, Pluto, the government there has killed a lot of people who are trying to fight for their rights. And I think that's all I had to say. Yeah, just watch what's happening at the Leo full moon. Yeah, and notice what's happening in yourself about how you shine your light, how you're willing to speak up versus... Is it from pressure from the group? Do you dim your light or do you let it shine? This is the annual Leo full moon coming that's going to speak to you about how you let your creative force. And it doesn't have to be about, this politics stuff or what's happening in the world. It's about anything, yeah, anything. Do you want to share your art? Let's see. Yes, Meg, that's low Leo energy. Low Leo energy, low shadow Leo energy can be arrogance, thinking you're royalty. Yeah, because the sun is at home in Leo. So the sun is the ego, the identity. And so when the South Node goes into Leo, there's a lot of ego death that's going to be going on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. My heart is heavy for our country too, Mel. Oh, hey, Mel. Yeah, so nice to see you. Yeah. Hey, Vivian. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but it's a lot going on in the collective. Let me get to the cards, but do not despair. I mean, we can despair, but you know, it's a difficult time. But knowing the astrology, I think we are going into a new way of being where these systems are breaking and new things are going to be coming in their place. And there's really exciting potential for community coming together, for people rising up a bit. I'm praying we push back against this like new world order of what they're trying to do. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. There's Scott Galloway, who I really like, Professor Galloway. He's calling for a wider economic boycott. And I think we're going to be hearing a big crashing sound around. And he's calling for a tech-specific, like going after the tech companies until this is stopped by the administration. Yeah, like canceling services, like, you know, the streaming. Yeah, and the whole world's getting ready to jump on board with that as well. So we'll see what happens. It's an incredible time to be alive. Thank you, Meg. Meg likes the way I talk about astrology. Yeah, and watch astrology come to life. So it's a Gemini moon. Think about, and the moon is growing. We're growing to a gibbous moon. So the moon is pregnant with possibilities. Notice if anyone, Gemini rules children, siblings. Notice like if there are big stories that come, transportation. Yeah. What big story? Gossip. What stories come to life? The reporter. Yeah. That like really pop into. Thank you, Ben Brujo. So nice to see you. Thank you for the badge. I so appreciate you. Come to your mind, or come like sometimes, or even your eyes see that really speak to what's going on. And the moon in Gemini is going to square Saturn and Pisces. So we're seeing like all these people's cars slipping on the ice. That's one of the things we're seeing with this. Yeah. Okay. Let me pull these cards. Selena Moon's The Midnight Sun Oracle. The land of the midnight sun is really coming to me in terms of like stories coming up. Well, Denmark. But that's not which country is the land of the midnight sun? Is that Sweden? Well, I know Sweden, the sun doesn't set. Any places near the Arctic Circle. But if anybody knows the specific country that refers to, please put it in the chat. Okay, let's start with Aries. What do you need to know as we move towards this Leo full moon with the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Aries? Neptune has just gone into your sign, igniting your spiritual fire. And how can you be your own mythic hero? What are you going to be doing? Neptune, it's almost like it bedazzles you in some ways. It can make you people look to you for inspiration on how to take action next. So how can you use that Aries fire to the best way to inspire people about being a leader, being pioneering? These are Aries things, being independent, while watching out for being too impulsive or that ready fire aim energy. taking risks that, you know, you really shouldn't have. So think about that, Aries. You got also, if you're an early Aries, sun, moon, or rising, just be mindful. Aries can make the physical body, the vitality, a little, it weakens, it makes it porous. So really take care of your health. We may be having another big problem with a virus, this Nipah virus. It's in India right now, but themes of what happened in 2020 are starting to rise up. There's potential for lockdowns, and maybe not in the United States, but other places in the world. China is screening people. This is Uranus, rules aviation, and so does Aquarius. So there may be something going on. So if you have trips planned, really planning trips outside of your country, make sure you have travel insurance in case unexpectedly you can't go because of what's going on in the collective, which we have no control over. When Mars met Saturn in Aquarius was when, you know, the other virus happened. Now Mars is Pluto in Aquarius, and this thing causes encephalitis, brain swelling, and Aries rules the head and the brain. Neptune in Aries. Neptune moves into Aries, then Mars, Pluto in Aquarius, and we're talking about this thing that causes brain swelling. It's like on board. So just pay attention in case it becomes something. Let's hope they get it under control quickly. But anyway, Aries, I digress. How can you be your own mythic hero? Okay, let me pull this card for you. Belonging, togetherness, welcome. This is so interesting because Aries is an independent sign. But how can you be welcoming to others who are looking to you to inspire them with your Aries energy? What community and groups do you want to become a part of? Yes, taking action, all that Aquarius energy. This is about groups. It's about belonging. Where do you belong? How do you want to get involved? Can you do something in your local environment? If not, consider online, just so that you can have a sense of community with like-minded people. Yeah. Midsummer is a time for everyone to enjoy, bringing all kinds of people together. Absolutely. You need to create more sense of belonging in your life or someone else's. If there's someone in your life at your work, this is like a beautiful opportunity to ask someone who's new to your school, like I'm getting like when you're in high school and somebody moves to your town, and they're sitting by themselves in the cafeteria, inviting them to come sit at your table and just getting to know them. And they may be very different from you, but that's okay. Yeah. I like that. Hey, Veronica, so nice to see you. For Taurus, heat. Energy value. How interesting. I'm using a deck about the summer, but Midsummer. Oh, that's a movie that's really good. Oh my God, Midsummer. Maybe that's why I'm using this deck. That's a good movie to watch about group dynamics, because with Pluto and Aquarius, we're seeing the shadow side as well of group dynamics. One with these ICE agents running around terrorizing people. That's a group standing up. Groups like what's happening in Minnesota. Groups putting pressure on people to speak up. What's happening online. Yeah, there's a lot. So heat, 29. And that's karmic for Taurus. Ooh, that looks like a windmill. The president's talking today. I'm sure he's talking about his giant fear of windmills. May come up. Yeah, we'll see. Heat. Wherever you are in this world and whatever weather or cycles you experience, this message for you to find and appreciate the small things in your life. Well, that's what Taurus is all about, the simple pleasures. Yeah, this is about cycles. The more you can appreciate and see the value of whatever's going on in your life, the better. Yes. So heat. Think about heat. Neptune and Aries. Yeah. Aries is a fire sign. What warms you up? Leo, the sun is good. The full moon. Well, we just had a first quarter moon in Taurus. And then we're going to have a full moon in Leo, another fixed sign. Gemini, children. The moon's in Gemini, giving playfulness. Is there something you can do to help children? Like, there's this, there are all these organizations. Like, do you want to donate some things? Especially with this horrible storms going on, there may be a lot of, once it's over with these ice storms and things, there may be themes of people needing help and donations if their belongings are damaged with the storm. Yeah, a lot of these children are staying home from school in Minnesota and places being terrorized. Yeah, Gemini, what can you do to like get your own child playfulness together? If you have kids, you want to invite a friend, one of their friends over for a play date or something like that. How can you let your inner child shine? Do you want to call one of your siblings or something, or a childhood friend? Yeah, I love that. Yeah. You know, I don't do sometimes I spray my guardian spray. Silver Spring is asking me about a protection ritual. And you know, I really need to do that more regularly. I do more of a clearing or a cleansing rather than protection. But I think I should do protection. I pulled a protection card the other day. Yeah. Especially with this like Mars, Pluto coming together. I just did a little protection. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. I pulled dress. The divine femininity dress. Look at how pretty that card is. I love these cards. This is Selena Moon, the midnight sun. Let me read that for Cancer. Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer. This encourages you to embrace your feminine energy, especially if you've been stuck in the masculine too much. Now, I'm a Cancer rising. I work way too much, and I really am, I'm supposed to, Stormy Grace, to be low, slow, and cute is how we're taking this year on. So I need to I wrote it down. It's on my computer. I need to be more low, slow, and cute. And really embracing this dress card, getting into the feminine, a little less of the masculine, welcoming in the abundance rather than feeling like always fighting for it. Oh, Sarah, it was heat. This is the card, heat, about enjoying simple pleasures. That was for Taurus, Sarah. Sarah missed Taurus. Okay. Yeah, so if you're a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, this is a great with the Leo full moon coming up. If you want to like get yourself get into your extra femininity, yeah, this is a great thing to do. And if you're a man, you can also get into your femininity, like be a little bit, like maybe just offer a hug to a loved one. Lighten up a little bit on the masculine side. Or just consider it. Ooh, Leo, sunset, cycle ending. Well, the Leo full moon, the full moon is a culminating energy. It's the culmination of the moon cycle. It's happening on Sunday. If you are a Leo sun, moon, or rising, I really encourage you to be maybe journaling these next few days up to the Leo new moon. And then there's the full moon, and then the light starts to disseminate. And there will be events over the next couple of weeks that really speak to you about your Leo energy. Where do you have Leo? What house is it in? What is coming to your conscious attention? The Leo Aquarius axis is the performer, Leo, versus the audience, Aquarius. And what are you learning about yourself, about that Leo? Sometimes people with strong Leo energy have learned from the time they're a child, especially if you can think about Leo rising, perhaps one of the things they may have been gotten a lot of applause for being cute or doing something funny or felt like the only way they could get attention is to be dramatic, to act out, to do something in order to make all eyes be on them. So especially if you're a Leo rising, but also a Leo moon, think about your mother. How does this Leo energy show up with her, or your family? If you're a Leo sun, do you naturally feel like you can shine your light and create and be you, come up, lead the Leo things, lead. Because when a Leo turns the spotlight onto you and the radiance that you feel, Leo energy warms. Yeah, and Leo could be the best hype person that you ever had when you do something and they're celebrating you. Nobody can make somebody feel good about themselves like a Leo can. Yes. So are you that? Yeah, Leo has associations with children. My mother was a Leo. I was surrounded by Leos as a child. And so I know the high road, the low road, and everywhere in between. And she was a school teacher. And when she died, there were students from 30 years ago who came and were so to her service and talked about the impact she made. We got letters from people. It was just incredible to see what she left behind as a Leo. So obviously I'll be thinking about my mother at this full moon. My grandfather was a Leo. He was very passionate and he was community oriented. Yeah, he was involved with the NAACP and the integration of my town school. I didn't know that until the last couple of years. It's incredible. Anyway, let me go on. The Virgo, bright night, enchantment, discovery. Now, Virgo is the priestess energy, enchantment, discovery. And at this full moon in Leo, let me read that card and see what hits I get about that for you, Virgo. Let's see. If you have experienced a period of darkness, know that brighter times will come and the dark cycle shall end. The South Node has been moving through Virgo since January 11th, 2025. It leaves for Aquarius July 26th, 2026. Whether you are a sun, moon, or rising Virgo, this has been a big time for you where, because the South Node scoops things up to bring it to your conscious attention, and it is a drain. So you may have been feeling a lot about your Virgo, the high road, the low road, everywhere in between. Your job of the sign is to bring order to chaos. But with all of the energy that's been happening, especially you've had Saturn opposite you. It's almost done. Actually, the darkness ends February 13th. Saturn leaves Pisces. You don't have to wait till July 26th. Saturn leaves Pisces for the next 29 years, opposite your Virgo placement. Saturn is dark. The color is black. I mean, we need Saturn, but you may have been feeling at some point these oppressive forces outside of you. So I think this is what that is. Yes, so you can think about that. It's almost over. And once Saturn's gone, the brighter skies above. Hang in there and try to focus on the positive things you know for certain that you have or that are to come. This card may be an indication that something has been hidden from you and is about to come to light. So really pay attention to what comes to light at the Leo full moon, because Leo's next to Virgo. And those 30 degrees on either side, these are in your blind spot. But, ooh, the full moon's going to light it up. So something may come. Where do you have Virgo? And if you're a Virgo rising, this full moon is in your 12th house. So the sun is in your 6th house. So really notice, those are dark houses. What is coming to light? Secrets may be revealed. Hidden enemies exposed. Are you your own hidden enemy? Yes, D, get comfortable with being seen. You have a North Node in Leo. You're here to show up and be seen. Yes, to shine your light regardless of, well, I'd have to look at your whole chart. But depending on your chart, how uncomfortable is that for you? Yeah. Libra, you got ring dance, action fun. Is a Libra going to get engaged with this Leo full moon? Yes, yes, this could be. Yeah, or does a Libra tell you they're going to put a ring on it? What did I say? Somebody's going to find out someone's gotten engaged. Yeah, or getting married. Yeah. So action and fun, Libra, that is your call. Because have fun, because Saturn's going into Aries, and then it's going to oppose your Libra placement. So that's going to be really a time for you. It's a very different experience than what Virgo's experience with Saturn opposite them. With Libra, is going to really force you to consider your any going along to get along, people pleasing, being worried about how you look to other people. With Saturn and Aries opposing you, that's going to be a big transit for you. Yeah. It could be really helpful for you to crystallize, get clear about how you do your Libra on a more high road energy. Ooh, Scorpio, rain, cleansing emotions. Well, that's Scorpio for you. It's a water sign. It's fixed water. What can you do at this Leo full moon? So the Scorpio squares both Leo and Aquarius, and Taurus is opposite. So if you have anything at 27 Scorpio, this is a big time for you. 27, 28, 29. Yeah, you're finishing up the Uranus being opposite your Scorpio stuff. That ends in April. But this eclipse is going to square your Scorpio stuff. This full moon, what's illuminated, that's in square intention. What needs to be cleansed from? What emotions do you need to release? The full moon is a time to release what is no longer serving you. Do you need to do a cord cutting? What do you need to do? How can you let yourself be more visible, Scorpio? Because there's a real sense of privacy, keeping things hidden with Scorpio. What are you going to let out of the cave? Yes, I love that. I don't need to read that. Cleansing. Well, recognizing your emotions. Where are they coming from? Are they healthy? How can you may need to give comfort to others who are having trouble dealing with seeing the things you've already seen like before. Being comfortable with the dark. Yes. Manifestor. Yeah, you're Leo Scorpio. Okay. Oh, Sagittarius. Red clover. Abundance and cultivation. Well, Sagittarius, abundance. Jupiter rules your sign. Red, you are a fire sign and can think about, ooh, if you can live somewhere where it's decent weather, can you get out into nature, go for a hike or do anything? Yes. What do you want to cultivate? Because this Leo full moon may give you insights about how you're going to use when Jupiter goes into Leo at the end of June, because that's going to make a trine to all your Sagittarius placements. So there's going to be more ease and flow into expansion and abundance. That could be nice for you. And Neptune in Aries is trining your Sagittarius placements. That may be feeling like an opportunity, like you can really crystallize or get to or have a vision of, not crystallize when Saturn comes, like what your dream is. Saturn and Neptune can be making the dream a reality. And Sagittarius, what abundance do you want to bring into your life? What do you need to cultivate? Ooh, I love that. Let's see. Oh, your triple Sag just texted you. How funny. Yes. Capricorn, holiday, relaxation, positivity. Capricorn, there was a new moon in Capricorn at 28 Capricorn. Now we have a full moon in Leo. Can you take a bit of a holiday, Leo rules play, from your concerns, your Capricornian concerns? What can you look at in a more positive manner? I mean, we've got to keep joy alive despite all of the other issues if we can. Let me say something about this. Let me read this for Capricorn. Bring some holiday energy into your life. Can you bring some holiday energy into your life at this full moon? Yes. We spend a lot of time focusing on tasks and must-dos, but see if you can focus a bit on the things you love to do, the things you enjoy, the things that make time fly. If you were to get some time off right now, what would you do? And some people with these storms are having time off. Yeah. Can you enjoy it if you have heat and all that kind of stuff? You have electricity. And even if you don't, there's some things that you could do to enjoy camping. Okay. Ooh, this is for Aquarius. Marguerite. Gift answers. Marguerite. Gift answers. That's really interesting. I'm getting like a woman's going to make big news next week. One of the words of the day is, hopefully it's Kristi Noem getting fired, but, that little pint-sized man got fired. That was good news. That's something to celebrate. The guy who is cosplaying Goebbels with his Bovino. Yes, Uranus and Taurus. Bovino, that Greg Bovino. Listen to people's names. Bovine, cows, Uranus is in Taurus. He got the axe for what happened in Minnesota. Not because people were harmed, but because he made the administration look bad. So that was a nice thing to see. Yeah. So there's always something to celebrate. Yes. Okay, this card is an indication that you may have neglected someone in your life, be it a friend, family member, or yourself. It's time to acknowledge what you bring to people and what you can bring to yourself. Take time to reflect on what you have contributed to other people's lives. If you have been harsh on yourself lately, try to see yourself as a gift to others. Okay, Aquarius, tomorrow, Venus and Mercury meets Venus in Aquarius tomorrow at 14 degrees. Think about a friend you had when you were 14 years old. Can you find them? Can you write them a message? Can you text them or something? Or just remember a really fun memory about that time? Yeah. This is a call for you for community, gift answers. Interesting. Yeah. Can you maybe journal something like write yourself at this full, as we come to this full moon, a little love letter to yourself. Venus, Mercury, and Aquarius, or a friend. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Aquarius energy, Aquarius. So I hope you're enjoying this. This is a turning point for you. The next 2 years are a lot for you because we have this eclipse going into Aquarius and the North Node goes into your sign July 26th. And there are eclipses in Aquarius next year. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of Aquarius energy. What groups, systems, ideas that you have, your ideas can be really helpful to other people at this time. Understanding how you can consider the collective over just the self. The sun is in the sign of its detriment in Aquarius because it's at home in Leo, where you just let your own light shine. With Aquarius, you're sharing the light, which the sun would rather just have it all to itself. So, yeah. Oh, I hope Zuzi, yes. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick. There is a horrible flu going around. Saturn and Neptune coming together. Saturn-Neptune is a classic health transit. So when your Saturn does squares, conjunct, or opposes your natal Neptune, or the reverse, Neptune does that to your natal Saturn, that can be a time when you're dealing with health things or your health issues are depressed. I got so sick on an airplane. I got food poisoning when Saturn was on my Neptune and Pisces. Oh my God. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Remember, the proper care and feeding of your moon course is open now. It comes with 2 live sessions. You can sign up. Go to astrologybyceleste.com. I'd love to see you there. And it's so nice to talk on Zoom off of online. Yeah, although I should be not saying what I'm saying for the algorithm, but I don't give a hot damn. Anyway, A Midsummer Night's Treasure, mystery, past, present, future for Pisces. I love this. Midsummer Night's Treasure, mystery, past, present, future. I've given up on the algorithm a long time ago because I said what I said. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, let me read this. I love this. I love this card. Let this card to be a reminder, Pisces, that even the smallest things can have a big impact. When you sow today, you benefit from it in the long run. See what you can do today that will serve as a reminder throughout the year of what you want to achieve, what you appreciate, or just remind yourself that you are special. Yes, you are, Pisces. You are very special. And the North Node is in your sign. You should be celebrating. I want you to think about what went on in your life since 2011. Yes, Carrie, amazing astrologer, Self-Carrie is her handle. She interviewed me about, and she's doing a series about Neptune and Pisces and people's experiences. And I never would have done it if she hadn't asked. But I went back to all of my experiences that related to Neptune traveling through my 9th house and connecting to my North Node. And it was incredible how many Neptunian themes happened over the last 14 years related to it. And I wrote it all down. And it was so incredible just to think about it. So Pisces, think about whether it's your sun, moon, or rising that you have in Pisces. And anyone, where was Neptune transiting? Go back to 2011. Think about Neptune words, write them all down. Pisces words, what house you had it in. Do you have any planets in that house? What was happening when Neptune was on those planets? Yeah. You can listen. I'll post the podcast when it comes out, because I found it just really, really, wow, enlightening to go back. And astrology gives us a roadmap of our life and the experiences we have. Yeah. So past, present, future. What did you learn during that transit? Where are you now? Where are you going now that Neptune is out of Pisces? Did you get some clarity? Are you feeling it? Saturn's almost out, so yes. Mystery. What was the mystery? And Neptune sometimes it's hard to grab because it's ephemeral. It's like, but it's acting. It's doing stuff. It's something to be aware of. It's undercover. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Silver Spring. Oh, thank you, Manifestor from Canada. I might need your guest room to hide in. Yes. Oh, good. Oh, Sarah Blue. Yes. I look forward to meeting you in April in San Rafael. I'm going to be on an astrology panel with the Leo King and Gemini Brett and so I can't remember who else about astrology at the New Living Expo in San Rafael. This is going to be an amazing event. Yes. Oh, good, Lara. Lara, I want you to like do some really figuring out over the last 14 years, or 15, yeah, since 2011. You're unpacking and putting together apartment for a love visit in February. Okay, I want you to remember, Zuzi, that Valentine's Day is the day Saturn moves into Aries. So think about that. You got 3 cards, Zuzi. So you put together those 3 cards, and that's a reading for you about what you need to think about with this love coming to visit. Yeah. Oh, Sunny Flu. Yeah, I wonder if the Marguerite card comes, what that brings themes to you. Who was your friend when you were 14? Who was your closest friend? Yeah, think about that, because Mercury and Venus and 14 is really important for some reason. They're coming together. It's right near a world point of 15 Aquarius. Yeah. Oh, good, D. You're a Scorpio rising, taking baths like crazy. I love that. Water is so cleansing. So the secret revealed, Chase. This, good to see you. Full moon secrets revealed on the axis of the Leo house. So the sun is in Aquarius, the moon is in Leo. Oftentimes, this is an axis. Oftentimes there will be a component of both of them. How could this show up? Say you had Leo in the 5th house. You could find out that your child, moon in Leo, comes to you maybe crying, saying that they had a conflict with their friend. That's your 11th house. It's your child's friend. Because something they said to their friend, or their friend said something to them, or they had maybe a rupture in a friendship. Mars, Pluto, because of Mars, Pluto, that's why I'm saying there's a potential for like some kind of conflict that they're experienced, or their friend challenged them about something about how their ideals, and they're coming to you to just talk it through. It doesn't have to be a big conflict or anything. So that can be what you think about. If you have Leo in the 4th house and Aquarius in the 10th house, something may come up where you have an emotional memory about your childhood or your parents, or like maybe you had one of your parents. I'd look at the 4th house as the father being very narcissistic, or only caring about your pride, or very prideful, or something like that, or just very playful, or like think about all the things, and then think about Aquarius in your 10th house. How, based on what you learned as your childhood, you're shining your light out in the world. Are you doing something with groups, organizations, nonprofits? Like, how do you use that Aquarian energy out in the world based on how you like were treated, or your life in your childhood? Now, if you have Saturn in the 4th house in Leo, you had a very different childhood than someone who has Venus in the 4th house in Leo, or Jupiter in the 4th house in Leo. So yeah, it depends what's there to how this, and maybe you have nothing. You just have an empty house with Leo, but something's going to come up. Yeah. Or you may do something that's great, or achieve something at work, and you'll be like, you call your parents to tell them, and they're so proud of you. Like, that could be how it shows up. So just watch like on the axis. Yeah. And see how it shows up. The moon is where the emotion is. The sun is where it's spotlighting. So where's the sun spotlighting? Where's the, are there people that you connect with? Yeah, if you're a Leo rising, the sun is in Aquarius in your 7th house. So there's themes of that. Okay, I gotta go so I can get ready for my client. But I hope to see you in the proper care and feeding of your mood course. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will post the cards and I'll cross-post the video to YouTube later. So you take good care of yourselves. And can you bring some joy into your life? Can you be inspired by the people you are seeing coming together as groups to say enough is enough from these elite people who think they're kings and emperors and whatnot, and that they're just going to squash us under their boot? No, they are not. Keep hope alive. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.